Hey there. Scream Factory just announced some their movies that are coming out next year, and there's surprisingly not a lot of horror announced. But heard that one of the reasons was because some of the deals did not finalize. So after there's a lot more horror coming. What was announced was pretty cool actually. There was the Nightbreed, the Cabal cut, which is a longer cut of the film Nightbreed. Looking forward to that one. That's definitely going to be in my collection. Assault on Precinct 13. I'm guessing I'll put a good edition of that. And since I've got They Live, and I'm going to be getting The Fog. I like the Carpenter stuff. I got the Halloween movies. So, yeah, that's definitely going to go in my collection. Saturn 3 is Cheesy Fun, which I'm going to want. And, because I like Cheesy Fun. There's a few more. Evil Destruction with Gregory Hines. Kind of a cheesy 80s, early 90s action movie. An unusual choice for a Blu-ray edition. Now, well, the cool thing they're going to do is they're going to do a two, kind of like a double feature thing of like TV horror. The Initiation of Jessica and Are You in the House Alone? And it's kind of an experiment. If the TV horror sells well, they'll be putting in more TV horror movies and stuff. So I really would love to see some cool TV horror come out, especially from Scream Factory. They put a lot of good editions, so I recommend that anybody that see that set when it's coming out, pick it up. Because if you do, it only means that there's more great stuff coming out. We've seen VCR put stuff like Dark Knight the Scarecrow. There's a lot of great TV horror that we want to see come out there. And I'm gonna go for a second. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna be more on the humorous side of my DVD collection in a minute. I'm gonna show you some sets that I really enjoy. And that I think that if you can get them, you really should. So I'm back with my tea and being all British, which is really great for what I'm about to show you. It's some pretty cool stuff, and I like them anyway. And I have most of the sets, but unfortunately, there's one or two that I haven't been able to get yet. And this is the Carry On Gang collection. The Carry On films were British films. Kind of like fun double entendre films. They ran for a nice while, and it was a good series of. I found anyway, they were a good series of movies. They had a lot of like cheesy, tame sex jokes at the time, and they're just really fun films. And this one here is Carry On Columbus. They did a few historicals and a few different stuff. Carry On Matron. They liked the. I think this is about the maternity hospital. They like to do in the hospital stuff. Sid James, the best ones of these have Sid James in them. The early ones, really good ones, have Charlie Hawtrey and Kenneth Williams, of course, were the people that a lot of people knew when they thought of that. Of course, also later on will be Jim Dale and Alexis Sales, actually, in Carry On Columbus, who's a famous British comedian, and was known for. If you watch Doctor Who, he did the 6th Doctor episode, the Cyberman episode. He was in that. Carry On Camping, which is one of the, if not the best of this era Carry On stuff. Barbara Windsor's in this one as well. Of course, always got Kath Williams, Hattie Jackson, Bernard Presley. These are just really good. And the cool thing about this is that a lot of these sets here, although you won't see it listed anywhere on there, there's a Carry On TV series as well. And it didn't last that long. It's like 13 episodes for the series or something like that. But a lot of the DVDs actually have like commentaries and episodes of that TV series, which is really rare to get. So even though they're hardly listed on there by Wham, there's two companies that. Well, it's one company puts it out, but it's done differently. Carry On Loving, and that's the Wedded Bliss Agency, and it's kind of like has their I think Carry On Loving may be the one where basically it's almost a skit one. If it is, it's one I really enjoyed. And Carry On Spying is their James Bondian one that they did. That's a really fun one. This is, I think, back in their black and white days. Because just to let you know, full disclosure, some of the Carry movies are black and white, and some of the Carry movies are in color. Because well, these started out in the black and white days, and they went on so long that they did do the color ones. And it's fun, cheesy stuff. I think this is Barbara Windsor's first appearance in Carry On films. And she was gorgeous back then, so Carry On Behind. And of course, Kenneth Williams is still in this one. Elkie Summer is actually in Carry On Behind, so it's worth getting it alone. Again, I'm a fan of English comedy, and I'm an extreme fan of the Carry On movies. That's the volume 3. Unfortunately, I do not have volume 2. I am still looking for it. I have looked everywhere, and the places that I got them at, they're closed now. I guess I'll have to look online. We'll start that one these days. So the next one up is volume 5, because I don't have volume 4. It's the other volume I'm missing. And Carry On Again, Doctor. The Doctor Carry On movies were extremely popular. And we have Joan Sims and Jim Dale in this one here, as well as Sid James and Kenneth Williams. There's a really good kind of a documentary movie on Sid James, but I can't remember the name of it right now. Kenneth Williams. And of course, Carry On Abroad. I love this one. I'm not sure who's in this one right now. I think it's the usual cast of Crazies, but they're really, really fun films. And you know, they're if you remember those like kind of British, kind of like double entendre films with the, you know, kind of tongue planted firmly in cheek and fun, innocent stuff. I'm sure that the PC police would really not like these films right now, actually. And the one black and white that they had that I really liked, Carry On Cabby. It's a different Carry On film, but it's one that I particularly like myself. Some of the Carry On fans don't like this one as much. It has more story and stuff to it. It's very cheesy, but that's what they're supposed to be. They're cheesy films. And of course, volume 6. This is the same ones, but these here, I find that they have less features in a lot of cases than some of the other volumes that I've shown you. I'm not sure why, but I guess maybe just the ones they are too. So this one has their Tarzan one, basically. Carry On Up the Jungle. And you know, they got like great. I love the art on these things, by the way. I just gotta say, I'm a really, really big fan. Frankie Howard's known at this point. And Frank Howard did some great stuff with them. And this is one that actually had a Carry On Up the Khyber. And again, that's one of their historical comedy ones. And you know, I had fun with it. Some are better than others. And this is Carry On Cleo. And again, I don't remember that one as well. I also do some of the other ones, so I'm not going to lie just to say they're all fantastic. But I may be just not remembering some of the better ones, to be honest with you. This was a fun one, actually. This one had Shirley Eaton in it from, if you saw Goldfinger, remember the scene where the James Bond comes in and the girl's been like turned gold? Shirley Eaton. Anyway, so Carry On Constable. This is again one of the black and white features. This is Carry On Sergeant. This is the first Carry On film that was made, and it actually stars William Hartnell, the first Doctor Who. So this is one of his, you know, it's one of his comedic films, and William Hartnell did a lot of stuff like this, playing like the hard, tough guys before he did Doctor Who. Kind of actually changed his career. And of course, there's a Carry On Kill By, where they try to do like it's kind of comical to say them trying to do the American like kill by thing. Yeah, especially knowing that they're British. But they're very, very, very fun films. I really got to rewatch these again. It's been a while since I've seen them. Got them a couple years back, and I was really proud to get them. I just wish I had more of them. This one has Carry On Regardless, and this one I know is actually, when I Carry On Loving, I probably got it mistaken with Carry On Regardless, which is a kind of a skit one, basically where they all have like different jobs, kind of like one of those like temp job agencies, and I really like this one. I'm not sure if this is if this may be one of the black and white ones, but I gotta say I really enjoyed this movie. I watched this one like a few times out of all of them. This one I watched more. Carry On Jack, and this is like another one of the historical ones. Now don't think historical doesn't mean funny, because it does. It just depends on the ones that you're into. Carry On films. You can see we got some great covers on these things as well. And this one here, Carry On Screaming. Like, if you're a Hammer movie fan, Carry On Screaming should definitely be in your collection. This is like basically, it is a spoof of Hammer films, and it's a very lovingly, very well done spoof. I got to be honest here. This was at a really good time. Kenneth Williams was in this one. Joan Sims. Unfortunately, Sid James wasn't in this one, but Jim Dale is. Charles Hawtrey was. And if you especially John Pertwee, the Third Doctor, is in this film as well. I gotta say, I'm a really big fan of this film. Carry On Screaming is one of the better ones, especially if you're a horror fan. Then Carry On Screaming. If you don't get any other Carry On movie at all, Carry On Screaming is one that you should have in your collection. If you're a horror fan, and if you're a fan of British horror, a lot, Hammer and Amicus and stuff, and the Tavern. So, this is volume 9. And what we got here, we got Carry On Doctor, which is one of the most popular ones. The Doctor and Nurse series were definitely very popular ones. Carry On Teacher, this is an early one, and I love it. And the Carry On Girls, which is a fun one. Anything that has Sid James in it, I think Sid James is extremely funny and extremely underrated, by the way. And 10th and last of the ones that I have now are Carry On at Your Convenience, and that was a fun one. Kind of earlier some color, but it's one of the earlier ones. Charles Hawtrey's in at that point. It's really just a wiki. Carry On. There's like some really interesting stuff to learn about the people there. And this one here is different. They actually had Phil Silvers come in to do a Carry On film with them, and it's like Carry On Fall the Camel. So if you're a fan of Phil Silvers, Sergeant Bilko, basically, then you might want to pick this one up. It's would not be my favorite one, because I think that it wasn't needed. And of course there's Carry On Cruising, which is one of my favorites, to be honest with you. And again, this was the 6th Carry On movie released in 1962. So that's my Carry On collection that I have this far. Hopefully I'll be able to get the rest of them. I gotta check around whether it's eBay or Amazon or something, see if I can find them. Thanks for watching. I'll pick up that Scream Factory TV movie set when it comes out, because I want to see more of those, and let's hope for it. And right now it really is time to finish off this tea. So thanks a lot for watching, and carry on.